In Belarus, talks on the peaceful settlement of the conflict in eastern Ukraine take place. The armed conflict, which resulted in 10,000 deaths and hundreds of thousands of broken things. Anastasiya works as translator and technical assistant during the negotiations conducted by OSCE. She is a citizen of Belarus, responsible for translation of correspondence between the conflicting parties. Also, her duty is to communicate with the Belarusian Ministry of Foreign Affairs to ensure proper organization. By her status, Anastasiya is not directly included into the negotiation process, but she constantly absorbs plenty of information, correspondence, media coverage, and exclusively talks in the plenary and conversations in the couloirs. All sorts of people, including high-ranking officials, address this alert young woman sharing their thoughts, private requests and problems, as well as unexpectedly sincere political statements. In the course of the time, the main character develops a completely different emotional picture of what is happening during the negotiations and outside them. I got an unexpected call to assist the security group. I had to introduce changes into the common resolution, but there was very little consent. The participants were arguing bluntly. We exchanged heartfelt views with Ambassador. He asked where I was studying. Colonel Short advised to eat more and get stronger, and I asked him to bring me a cutlet. The colonel also said that beds are spacious and comfortable at the President Hotel and invited his Ukrainian counterpart to also stay here. Colonel Short complained that it was uncomfortable on the train with this woman and her child as they stepped off an Orsha. The Ukrainian lawyer was furious. He argued whether there were any other military formations of Ukraine. In the evening, I received a call from our new colleague. Hello, Anastasiya, it's Robert. Hi, Robert. I wanted to tell you that the meeting was rescheduled for 12 a.m. tomorrow. We depart at 10 and arrive at 11. Ambassador, and President Kuchma too. You probably already know this. Yes? Well, now you've got the confirmation. Thank you. By the way, we are still working. So you're in the meeting? Yeah, but I went out to talk to you. Well, what do you think? Will they sign it? I think it's about to be decided. I cannot judge, but we hope for that. Well, you're right. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. In the evening, the activity of men went in the other direction. When the boys are tired of politics, they start looking at girls. During the discussion, William came up behind me, put his arm around her shoulders and said, "If you do not know whether you need to introduce changes, look at Ambassador." Soon everyone was tired. I suggested coffee and tea, and it was warmly welcomed. I ordered drinks from the lobby bar and instructed the waiter on site. Since head of the Ukrainian delegation had drunk the coffee of one of the interpreters, I ordered them cappuccino again. The waiter also brought green tea and espresso for myself. When the waiter brought all this, I said, "Coffee to the girls." Well, would it be possible to call you so? I didn't want to call them girls, but how else were I to explain it to the waiter? Green tea to Ambassador. And I'm not a girl any longer, so I will take espresso. I took my coffee myself. William and Alexandra swallowed the joke, their eyes down. As I was having my coffee in the gallery, Alexander listened attentively when I instructed my husband about meals for our son Martin. I got the impression that Alexander was lonely and divorced. Later, it turned out that he had a wife. At the end of the meeting, Alexander winked at me, and Colonel Short asked at which hotel the translators Oksana and Anna stayed. The girls took a pause. We finished at 10 p.m.